He's trying to get his eyebrows on fleek right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm about that.
Eyebrows on fleek.
Be honest with me. Do you like my sweater? I got it from one of you guys at my birthday meet and greet, so I'm wearing it because I love it. Thank you for getting me this. Howdy, and welcome to another weekly wrap-up. And as a matter of fact, this is weekly wrap-up number 8. I can't believe this series has been going on that long. And if you're still tuned in, then thank you. I genuinely want to say thank you for watching and keeping up with me through all these weeks. Before we officially begin, I just want to tell you guys that the title is not a clickbait. It's actually the truth. I do have a biased girl group, and just guess who it is. Who do you think it's going to be? Comment down below real quick before I reveal. So, did you type down below yet? Anyways, you probably didn't, but I'll tell you anyways. So my new biased girl group is now JYP's Twice. I tried so freaking hard not to stand them or to even like them, but it's so hard because all of their songs are so catchy and all of their music is so like cute, you know? And like in Korea, in every corner there is convenience stores or like department stores, right? And they play music and you just can't help but to listen when you walk by, right? And about 90% of the time they're playing Twice's new song TT, and I gave in. I gave in, and now I stand them, and now they're my biased girl group. And if you're wondering who my favorite member is, I actually watched their reality show, Mnet 16 or something. On that show, I actually watched them content to be on Twice. And that's when I started biasing this member, like low-key, but not really. And this member is my bias because she's very goofy, silly, and not afraid to be herself, which is admirable qualities, especially in the K-pop world. Anyways, my bias member is Sana. Okay, so let's get into the meat of this video and actually talk about my week. You know, the past week, this week, and then the upcoming week. So last week, I actually had the opportunity to do several, I guess a handful of photo shoots. I had the opportunity to do some modeling, and I actually went to a fashion show and a convention. So that was actually pretty cool, and I'm thankful because I got a glimpse into that lifestyle. And after getting a sneak preview of what life is like as a model, I think I'm going to continue to do modeling as just a hobby because I have a lot of fun when I do it. I don't think I will ever make it my full-time career. That's not to knock on any models that are watching my video right now. I'm sorry. It's an admirable and cool career. It's just I don't know if I have what it takes to be a model. You know, the constant dieting and worrying about how you look and all that, because look at me! I'm wearing a freaking Minion sweater. Like, yeah, I didn't even shave and bed hair, but whatever. I'm too me to be a model. I would say like a career model. But if you're looking for a model for a photo shoot, or if you're a fashion designer, don't hesitate to hit me up. What else happened? What else happened? Oh, yesterday I actually went to the studio with Eddie and we filmed the episode for Beauty Beast. So they're saying that it's probably going to be the most like humorous and silly episode they've had yet. And they have like 30 episodes out. And for my episode with Eddie to be the most funny one, I'm pretty proud of that. And I think it boils down to the fact that we have really good on-screen chemistry, you know? Because if you watch collab videos with YouTubers, like if you go to a YouTuber's channel, it doesn't even have to be mine, but I guess you could use my channel as an example too. You can tell who's actually genuine friends in real life, and those YouTubers, they were actually just business related. Because you can't lie on camera. I mean, I guess you could if you know how to act, but a lot of the little details, they bleed through. And you can tell when people are awkward together or they don't really know each other, because one person can crack a joke and the other person cannot react at all, or the other person can get really sensitive and bark back, you know, respond with negativity. You never know what to expect. But if you're genuine friends in real life and you make a video together, you can tell, because that on-screen charisma and aura just bleeds right through. Sorry, bleed is a nasty word. It unfilters. So wait. So their chemistry is unfiltered and it shows beautifully. That sounds so much better than bleeds through, doesn't it? So before I filmed this video, I went to the Pennyjum, which is a convenience store. And in Korea, convenience stores are like, when I say convenience stores, I'm talking about like a 7-Eleven or whatever. And that's where I get most of my meals. And I was walking out of the apartment and I was wearing this sweater. And people were staring at me like, what the f. But I really don't care what people think of me. And I sincerely hope that's a quality that you can adopt after, you know, following me and watching my videos. I'm hoping that's something that I can influence you as well. Just stop caring about what people think about you. Do you know how liberating it is? Like, the feeling of not caring what people think about you? It is one of the most underrated values that you could teach somebody. I know for a fact when I become a father and I have kids of my own, I'm always going to emphasize to them to never worry about what society thinks of you or what kind of label they already put on you before you go into it. Because as an Asian American minority, I know they're going to face racism and discrimination and prejudice just like I did. But I want to teach them that, stand above that influence and just live your life. And so I'm kind of preparing for that by teaching you guys, because I see you guys as my extended family, you know, like me as your older brother or even me as your father. You know, I just want to teach you guys, just stop caring about what people think about you. Life is so much more simpler once you live in that lifestyle. Anyways, let's move right along to the next thing I want to talk about in this weekly wrap-up. If you've noticed, if you look at my channel name, like right below this video, you can see that we're getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers. Or, in other words, 100,000 woo-boos. And if you don't know what a woo-boo is, it's actually the name for my fandom. Because I love you guys. I mean, this is a pretty personal relationship. This is why I do a weekly journal update to let you guys into my life. That's how much I care about you guys. But, yeah. It's kind of amazing to think that I'm about to hit 100,000 soon, because when I initially started YouTube back in middle school, I made videos just for fun, you know, just to be funny and silly and to express myself, my comedy, you know, to see if other people will laugh. And lo and behold, people did laugh, so that was pretty cool. But now we're almost to the point where 100,000 people. 100,000, that's a big number. I don't care where you are in life or where you are in the world. 100,000, that could fill up an entire small village population. Or if you live in the Midwest in America, you know that 100,000 is a lot of people. Because I know some of y'all in the Midwest in America. Okay, so guys, in America, sometimes there's towns in the Midwest, especially areas such as like Iowa, Idaho, North Dakota, you name it, Kansas, whatever. Some towns have less than 100 people. So for my channel to our channel, I'm sorry, this is a woo-boo thing. Team effort. I'll never forget that. This is a team effort. We're almost at 100,000. And I think that's really cool. But I want to let you guys know right now, and this is a promise, that I'm always going to appreciate the concept quality over quantity. And the reason why I say that is because for the majority of my YouTube career, I've never had big numbers. If you go back, if you go to my channel and go back and look at my past videos, you know that I'm not just spitting BS. You know I'm speaking the truth. Like, I've never had big numbers. And so what it boils down to is, although I've always had smaller numbers compared to other YouTubers, and what I mean by that my numbers were loyal is that my numbers were always consistent. You know, they never really fell below the few thousand views that I get. Which means that my viewers, you guys have been on this boat with me, and you guys been, you know, committed, and you've been loyal. So I think that's just so amazing, like. And the thing is, I would rather have a smaller following of loyal followers, you know, the ones that always support me and what I do, always watch my videos, always comment. I would rather have that rather than a big number of non-10 teammate viewers, you know, the ones that just ghost follow, or the ones that just watch your video but never comment or click like or even share. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it kind of leads into the next thing I want to talk about. It's just that although my numbers aren't that big, if you look at my SNS, in particular my Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, and you look at my photos, if you look at my following, not that many. Okay, that's something we both understand here, and I'm not trying to brag. But if you look at the engagement, so I'm talking about the ratio of likes and comments and retweets and snapshots, I guess, or screenshots, I get numbers comparable to the big name YouTubers or like the small time K-pop idols. So I think that's pretty amazing in itself. And I'm not trying to knock on the big YouTubers, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm very proud to be part of this Hubu fam, because although we're small, we're impactful. And I think that's an amazing feat in itself. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, right now you can click pause on my video and go check out another YouTuber. I want you to go check out a YouTuber with over 500,000 subscribers or even 1 million subscribers, okay? And go to their SNS links. Go to their Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat and go look at their numbers. And then go look at my numbers. It's comparable. Honestly, I think that's freaking crazy. Well, not crazy, but I'm really grateful to have such a loyal fan base. Yeah, I really appreciate each and every single one of you, and I promise you right now, when I do make it big, I'm never gonna forget you guys, because you are the sole reason why I am where I am today. So, I guess this is just a really long way of saying thank you and to express my gratitude for your support. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, we're close to 100,000 subscribers. And so, I don't know, to me it almost still feels like a dream. It feels unreal, you know, for us to be almost at 100,000. But anyways, I don't know if you know this, but in YouTube, oh wait, do you like the pillows? So if some of you guys have been wondering what this is, oh man, his name is actually Ryan, and it's a lion, but he was born without a mane, and so he's really insecure about it. But because of that, he's adorable, and he's a character in Kakao Talk. And Kakao Talk is it's an online messaging app that people use here in Korea. It's similar to like WhatsApp, I think, or whatever apps you guys use in other parts of the world. Line. It's similar to like Line. But anyways, when a channel reaches 100,000 subscribers, our channel, you actually get a plaque from YouTube congratulating you, because 100,000 is considered the first milestone for YouTube. And I'm not the type of dude to cherish materialistic possessions, but once we get that plaque, I'm probably going to treasure it. There's a few physical possessions in my life that I hold dear to my heart. And I'll just give one for example. One of them is my ring from my military academy, because that ring reminds me of all the blood, sweat, and tears, BTS reference. It reminds me of all the blood, sweat, and tears I had to go through to earn that ring and to graduate from that school. And it symbolically always reminds me of who I am and where I come from, you know, my past. And so that ring just if one item can summarize who I am, I would probably pick that ring. But once we get this 100,000 subscribers plaque, I'm probably gonna hang it up in my bathroom. So I'm probably gonna have like hooks all around my house. I'll hook it up in the bathroom when I'm not on the toilet, and then when I'm about to go to sleep at night, I'll hook it up on my bedroom wall. And then what the? No, I won't do that. That's stupid. I'll probably hang it up in my living room though, because that's something that I'm going to be very proud of. Because I literally turned my passion into my full-time job, and I guess that is an award, you know, an appreciation plaque for our efforts. So I just want to, that's something that I'm going to be very proud to show off to anybody that visits my home. Okay, enough of the 100,000 subscribers talk. I'm sure you're getting sick of it. And if you're not sick of it, you probably already X'd out of this video. So if you're still watching, thank you. The next thing I want to talk about is the other night I actually had the opportunity to go to the Hangang. If you don't know what the Hangang is, it's actually the river that cuts Seoul in half. So the Hangang runs right through the middle of Seoul. And because of that, there's a division line of the north and the south of Seoul. And the most famous place that's south of the river is Gangnam. I'm sure you've heard of Gangnam, because Gangnam style. And then north of the river, I think the most famous spot that foreigners would know is probably like Myeongdong, or Insadong, Hongdae. All of that is north of the river. Anyways, I had the opportunity to go to the Hangang at nighttime. It was really awesome. Unforgettable, almost. It was a little chilly, because at nighttime the weather here dips. It dips to, you know, it gets so cold that your nipples get really perky. But anyways, yeah, I had a really great time there. It's actually one of my most favorite places in the world, because I can just relieve all my stress and all my worries as soon as I go there. Yeah, I can go into depth about it, but not in this video. Alright, and to switch topics to something that's a little more graphic. This past weekend I actually had food poisoning. And I literally thought I was dying for 24 hours straight. Like literally I thought I was going to go into the next world. I was puking my brains out. I had the chills, I had the fever, and my stomach was just dying. And it's because I had this hanyak. And if you don't know what hanyak is, it's like a herbal medicine tea or whatever. Fatal mistake. Because needless to say, about 3 or 4 hours after drinking it, I was literally dead. But luckily I had somebody with me who took care of me. And so I feel pretty thankful for that. Because had that person have not been by my side, I don't know what would have happened that night, you know? Because I couldn't even stand or walk straight. Wow, it was kind of scary. But according to WebMD, it's supposed to last 18 to 24 hours. And on the dot, on like hour 23 and a half, like I started to feel better. So that was good. But the reason why I didn't really like that experience is because I don't like puking. Comment down below and let me know how you feel about puking. Like, for me, when I puke, it feels as if my insides are being vacuumed and my sides, it feels like a little midget is like strangling my ribcage, and it just feels disgusting. The last time I puked was like three and a half years ago. And so I knew that it was going to hurt once I start puking again. But I'm glad I had that experience because it let me know what it feels like to vomit again. And I definitely do not want to go down that road. So anyways, the lesson learned here is be careful of what you eat, guys, especially if it's something new. And I know that's a good quality to have, to be adventurous when it comes to trying new foods, you know, bizarre and interesting foods that you're not used to. But be careful because you don't know how your body's going to handle it. See, honestly, you don't know how your body's going to handle it. It can reject it. Like my body instantly rejected it because it did not understand what was going in and it could not digest it. But then again, there is the other side to this argument that you only live once. And so if you do get the opportunity to go travel, you know, don't listen to my advice too much. Because I think it would be honest. Because honestly, I think it would be kind of cool for you to try the local cuisines and all the bizarre dishes that they offer. But be careful. So it's kind of like an angel and a devil on your shoulder, yeah. You can choose who to listen to. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about in this weekly wrap-up is, for next week, I'm actually going to Japan. And I'm going to Japan for a full week. A sponsored trip. And so, I was thinking, maybe I should do a meet and greet. And if I do a meet and greet in Japan, I would probably do it in Tokyo. It's my first time going to Japan, so I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm going over there. but I'm hoping that I'll survive. But I mean, Japan is a pretty modern place, so I'm not too concerned about my survivability. But anyways, wow, I just deviated away from the original intent of what I was about to talk about. But anyways, I'm thinking about having a meet and greet. So please comment down below if you would be interested in coming. I'm honestly going to look at the comments, and if there's enough of an interest in a gathering, then I'll definitely try to squeeze it into my schedule. Because I think it would be pretty cool to have a meet and greet in Japan. I mean, don't you think that's kind of cool? Anyways, if you make it to the end of this video, I want you to... Actually, let me change it up. I'm going to change it up. So I don't know if you guys know this, but it's almost North American Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is one of the more meaningful holidays that we as Americans celebrate. And it's a time where you express your gratitude and appreciate things that you have in your life or around you in your life. And it's Thanksgiving, a time for you to give back. Anyway, sorry, you could have just probably looked that up on Wikipedia, but here I was about to go on a rant. But anyways, because it's almost Thanksgiving, what I want for you to do is I want you to comment down below and tell me tell me one thing that you're thankful for this year. And if you don't know what you're grateful for, I mean, it could literally be anything, maybe it was the meal that you had last week with your best friend, or maybe it was the present that your father got you, that new car. Whatever it is, tell me down below what you're appreciative this year. And with that, I guess that's another weekly wrap up. 그러면은 다음 영상 만나요. 안녕하세요.
Annyeong. Thank you for watching my video. If you don't want to miss out on more feel-good uploads to spread the love, then please subscribe. Also, follow me on Instagram for daily encouraging posts. And remember, let's be love. I believe in you.